I've seen too many people grab the cheapest fold-up scooter they can find, only to discover it can't handle a curb, dies halfway through a grocery run, or folds up into something that barely fits the car trunk. The regret hits hard when you're already out of breath trying to get home. That's why I wanted to see if the Pride Mobility Go-Go Super actually feels like a smarter buy, instead of just another disappointment in disguise. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the biggest hurdle for most seniors or anyone with limited mobility is finding a scooter that truly travels with you, whether that means hopping on a plane, loading into a small SUV, or slipping it into a tight storage closet. The Go-Go Super markets itself as super portable and airline-approved, which sounds like a big claim until you picture the real-world steps. You pull the handle, press a button, and the scooter collapses down to a size that most people can lift onto a curb or into a standard carry-on bag. In my own test, it went from upright to folded in under 10 seconds, and the weight felt light enough that I could maneuver it up a 3-step stairwell without help. That's the kind of practical convenience that separates a genuine travel companion from a bulky medical device you end up storing forever. Now let's talk about the battery. Most low-price scooters rely on lead-acid packs that need a dedicated charger, take ages to fill, and add a lot of weight. Pride's lithium battery is magnetic, meaning you just snap the charger onto the dock and it locks in place, no fiddly cords. The effortless magnetic charging is more than a gimmick. It actually cuts down the time you spend wrestling with a plug in a hotel room. A full charge, according to the specs, gives you about 12 miles of range, which translates to a couple of trips around a typical senior living community or a day-long outing at a park. I ran a quick real-world test on a mixed-terrain path and got roughly 10 miles before the indicator turned amber, which is plenty for most day-to-day errands. Safety is another area where the Go-Go tries to differentiate itself. The scooter includes integrated LED headlights and reflective strips, which aren't just for show. They become noticeable the moment you step onto a dimly lit sidewalk or navigate a parking garage. The brakes feel firm and responsive, giving you confidence when you need to stop on a sloping ramp. Because the device is classified as an FDA Class II medical device, it meets certain regulatory standards for stability and load capacity, something you rarely see in the bargain bin models. In practice, the scooter held steady when I put my full weight on the seat plus a shopping bag, and it didn't wobble during a quick turn around a tight corner at a grocery store. Who should consider buying this? If you're a senior who still wants to travel beyond the house, a caregiver looking for a portable option for short trips, or an adult with a temporary injury who needs a reliable way to get around a large campus, the Go-Go Super hits a sweet spot. Its lightweight frame, quick fold mechanism, and airline-friendly battery make it ideal for people who value independence but don't want a permanent, heavy-duty scooter taking up garage space. It also works well for vacationers who want to explore a resort or an airport without relying on shuttles. On the flip side, this isn't the right choice for someone who needs a high-speed, long-range device for daily commuting over many miles. The top speed caps at about 4.5 miles per hour, which is fine for leisurely strolls, but might feel sluggish if you're trying to keep up with a faster walking group. Also, while the folded dimensions are impressive, the scooter still needs a vehicle with a roof rack or a trunk that can accommodate a roughly 40-inch length. If you drive a compact hatchback without extra cargo accessories, you'll probably need a roof box or a separate carrier, adding extra cost and hassle. Finally, the weight capacity is adequate for most adults, but sits around 250 pounds. Anyone significantly heavier will need to look elsewhere. Practical strengths that stood out for me included the magnetic charging dock, which eliminated the usual tangle of cables, and the quick fold action that made moving the scooter from the car to the sidewalk feel almost effortless. The built-in lights and reflectors added a genuine safety boost, especially during evening trips. The fact that it's an FDA-cleared medical device gave me extra peace of mind about its stability and durability, something you don't get with cheap knockoffs. The downsides are more about expectations than flaws. The speed ceiling means you won't be zipping around like a golf cart, and the range, while sufficient for most errands, won't replace a full-size electric wheelchair for a whole day of heavy use. The price point sits a bit higher than the budget scooters you see on sale, but that premium buys you the lithium battery, the folding convenience, and the regulatory compliance that cheap alternatives lack. If you're still on the fence, think about